so irresistible.
Well, 2 days in a row, we've put on multiple contracts for the gold opening range trade. In both times, our first market profit hit. We did not adjust our initial stop, so the market would come back and take out our extreme stop on the lower end of the opening range, and basically scratch the trade after we had 1 hour into it, And it's happened twice, back-to-back days, Monday and today. So just that alone, it's aggravating because you're taking heat on a trade. You hit your profit target on one. You don't move your stop, and then it just comes back, and it's like it was a waste of time. You just sat in a trade for an hour and a half, and you lost $4 on so it's like
I've done that before. Yeah.
So is there a way around it?
After 3 hours. Yeah, I hate the break-even stop. Like, absolutely hate it. One of my big mental triggers is when I enter a trade and then it doesn't move. Like, it's horrible watching paint dry. It just kills me. I think that's why I don't like bonds. Because I had Coach Robert on like a couple of weeks ago for the London session. He was like, "Oh, you're gonna like bonds," and I was like, "Last time I tried, I think I hated them. Well, I'll try again." And no, I hated them because I just couldn't do it. I don't know what it is about me and bonds and fixed income products, but
it sounds boring. That's why it sounds boring.
It sounds boring. Yeah.
400s? Do we get a bounce? In the range. 400s to 430s.
What I don't like about the bounce from GEX2 is that when it does this sort of, it tries to bounce and then it does nothing, that usually indicates that GEX2 is not being reactive. Therefore, the market makers adjusted a little bit, but nobody else was picking it up. So I will be looking to 250s for the next area of interest. For longs and a neutral day type.
We were short 430s, D. That's so many points.
That's so many points. Here too.
Order filled.
I didn't want to accept risk. Look at us now.
We have to. We have to
accept risk. I swear, I can not learn this lesson. I just don't know why. I don't know what it is. I always want to move my stops to break even.
Yeah.
We have
this Robert.
Jab. Hold on. Gabe, let's do jab.
Oh, we do have jab.
Yeah, hold on. I can read it off. He sent me a message with all the things in it. Damn. Gabe, put it up. I got you. Time is just flying by. Here we go. Ethan Mullins. I feel you, Dakota. I'm locking out up $700. It's not giving me a good entry. Nice job using the lockout button. Ajaz. I took 120 points long and locked out, but otherwise I would be looking for a fast liquidation short from 580-ish. Let's see how that played out. Maybe pretty good, depending on how wide your stop was. Jared Leal.
He's one of mine. He's one of my market stalkers.
Oh, nice. Mm-hmm. Ooh, a little bounce here off the Nazi, off that 50% line, right under 400s. Jared Leal picked up 12 points on this run up in ES, really fighting the FOMO of not holding for the whole move. Tell me about it. The process and strategy is based around short, quick moves, working hard to feel gratitude versus FOMO. Nice job. Huncho fishing, first day of my life. Took me 3 weeks to pass. Very patient trades, caught along with one contract to 560s. Cheers. Nice job taking 3 weeks to pass. That's awesome. I know a lot of people want to try to pass super fast. So that's good patience there. And that will definitely benefit you in your live account. Handheld ATM, it's a funny name, just recovered a drawdown of negative 1.5% and ended the day up 2%. Wow, that's a big swing right there. Lockouts for the day, won't ever change them until I have cushion. Well done. John D. Is this you, JD? Done for the day, up 550 in one XFA and up 590 in the other XFA. Submitted a payout request from both XFA accounts on Friday. Well done, John D. And then IOB trades. I just caught 1,300 off of ES longs. Nice job. So some ES traders in here chopping it up. Well done. That is jab, and keep jabbing, traders. Oh, this 15-minute range is holding up so beautifully. Look at this bounce.
Yeah, I'm looking at a 3-minute chart right now. So we had that range that I drew out, and we just kind of double bottomed here. We broke through the bottom of the lower extreme of that range, bounced right back in. We're heading back to the upper extreme again. So this range is holding.
So another really good example of scary trades. right? We got right down to, what is this, 19,386, and it sure as shit looked like it was going to completely collapse and fall over, but nope, the range holds in the last second, and then we bid up 40 points in 3 minutes. What's up, range trading?
Here comes settlement price.
That is the life of a range
settlement
trader. Oh, look at this rally.
Mic drop.
Oh my goodness.
Mic drop.
If the trade is scary,
hopping through settlement.
Good.
False breakout to the downside. Ripping up. We got to break out to the upside now. Overnight VWAP, 19,460.
This is a nice reversal right here.
You still scared? Do you want to get in here?
I don't know. I'm not scared. Maybe that's the problem, JD.
Dolby, are you still scared?
Are you still scared? Is that the new indicator now? Should you just get a TopStepX Dolby fear indicator? How scared is Dolby?
Dolby fear
Order filled.
Yeah, just have like a heart rate monitor on me or something. We'll just Wi-Fi
Come
it.
to TopStep. 30 days.
Still ripping. Hopping it.
Okay. Top of 15-minute range, though. So if you're a range trader, are you taking shorts? It's pretty tricky. I don't know. It's a pretty strong bounce off that level.
See, to me, that's like too low of a time frame. I wouldn't be. I like my 15 and 30-minute ranges and, initial balances and neutral day types. I'm pretty good at those. But tiny little ranges, they scare the crap out of me.
Even in non-NASDAQ markets?
Yeah. It's just that I know myself, and if I don't have a certain amount of ticks available, I will try and hold the trade, which is my natural state of thinking, and it just works against me. So I need to be able to hold a range trade for 30 minutes or longer.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I start doing very stupid things. And, at this point, I know myself. And I just, I can't trade that way. So, different strokes, different folks, or whatever the saying is.
What makes a market. It is what makes a market.
Yeah.
It is.
Oh,
well, guys, we are
order
all
filled.
Time here. That went pretty fast. Oh. Back to the futures.
Oh, son of a gun.
We did our full hour.
Rejection.
And Q trading right back to settlement. We almost kissed that overnight VWAP.
What are we going to do about Dolby not missing out?
I don't know. These range trades.
Do you want to do push-ups? Do some
me.
push-ups on the way to the
D?
top of the range, and then
we're doing one more segment.
That's what's on FOMO.
Yeah. You know what cures this? One more segment, D.
One more segment.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna get to work on the Dolby. I'm gonna get to work on the Dolby fear indicator. Also, we'll see what we can do with that going into next week. All right, guys. Thanks for joining us for Back to the Futures today. Deanna, looking forward to what is it called again on Wednesday? Neuroscience Wednesdays. That's not tomorrow though. That'll be next week. Okay, excellent.
No, this tomorrow.
So make sure you guys.
It's tomorrow.
It is tomorrow?
Yep.
Okay, all right. I'm checking in tomorrow. Neuroscience Wednesday. Tomorrow during the London Open, folks. Thanks for joining us, Deanna. Always
order filled.
Dolby time.
Good
Dolby sticking around for Power Hour. He's coming in with Coach J and Mandy F. So look for Dolby to keep playing this range if he can try any longer.
Order filled.
All right, folks. We're going to take a short break. Power Hour is coming up next. Top Step TV. Let's go.
MP did. I'd be curious to see who's in the chat right now here, who that wouldn't have put on just a little bit of tilt, knowing you get stopped out. I mean, and Jack, we've been there, right? So
yeah,
I would say I'm a little desensitized to it, but to miss by a tick, I mean, get stopped out.
Welcome back, friends and traders. It's time for Back to the Futures. We've got Deanna, star of the London Open here, right here on Top Step TV. She's right in the middle. We got Dolby Time on the other end. What's going on today? Deanna, trading copper earlier today. What happened? Up a couple of bucks in your live funded account. House count's only up $17. We had a nice laugh about that.
Yeah. You know, I was doing like a combine trade on my London session. That one actually did better. Classic, right? But then I was kind of fumbling around and I got the worst execution. I was still sure of the direction, but I got smacked in the face once. So I was like, okay, now what to do? So I kind of waited until it settled a little bit, went back in, and it went my way. But unfortunately, it didn't go as far as I wanted it to. So I'm only sitting at basically scratch. But that's fine. You know, at least the whole plan kind of came together. It was just like me maybe not paying enough attention to the live account executions, and also the fact that the move that I went in on for the London session happened so quickly. It was
Order
violent.
filled.
It was in the initial balance breakout to the downside, and it just went. So it went for about, I think it was like at least like 50 ticks very, very quickly. So that's kind of what threw me off a little bit. But, you know, it's fine. I was still right on direction. That's kind of what matters, rather than saying like, oh, you know, I didn't manage to make a lot of profit today and blah, blah, blah. The outcome of the trades is sometimes not a good indicator of your progress. It's whether you had a
Order
plan,
filled.
whether the plan came together at all, and whether you were right on direction. Everything else can be tweaked. But yeah, copper has been a bit of a tricky beast this week. Big pops out of nowhere. It's probably because of these tariffs and stuff. So I'm still kind of trading very small. I'm only like doing 2 or 3 micros on it. And until we see what the tariffs are going to do, I don't think I'm going to be thinking, oh, yeah, let's just size up and go for it. So yeah, caution, obviously. Very tricky times that we live in. Everybody's pretty uncertain about the future, pretty uncertain about, you know, what's this going to do for the inflation, what's it going to do for the end consumer, and that's going to come across in metals. You know, gold has had increased volatility as well. I'm staying well away from that because gold and I have a bit of a love-hate relationship. I have periods when I'm just smashing it on gold. But because of the candles being like 130 ticks, sometimes 170 ticks in a 30-minute period, that's not very good for my strategy. And I'm very well aware of that. So I'm basically stay away from products that don't match what my strategy should be all about, if that makes sense. So if there's no follow through, that's one problem. If there's no follow through but massive candles, that's also not perfect. So basically, I look for smoother products. This is where trading multiple things can actually be a good thing for certain type of traders. If you are struggling in one thing, have a look at another market. Find something that is more conducive to your style. And we all have our styles. You know, after nearly 2 decades of doing this, I don't plan on changing my style radically because generally it works. It's just a matter of maybe adjusting my stops, maybe not. So I'm inclined to say that today maybe I chased that trade a little bit, and that was my mistake. So it was nothing to do with the market necessarily. It was to do with D malfunctioning slightly, and then still ending up tiny bit up on the day, but not quite the result that we would all like. But it is what it is. That's trading for you.
Yeah, we had a little chuckle about that in the bag. Deanna's up $21 on the day. The house account is up $17 on the day.
What's up?
We might be able to get the 3 of us into a sandwich at McDonald's at this point with our P&Ls on the day.
We're gonna stick to the healthier option, so we decided to go for the fish fillet.
The fish fillet, that's right. Mr. Dolby time. You've been seeing the markets pretty well today. You have the keys to the house account right now. We got the NQ making a
looking for shorts.
Looking for shorts. Just gonna say we got a little movement to the downside. Nice rounding sort of top. Looking at a 3-minute chart here.
Yeah, we finally broke that 30-minute range that we were kind of in between like 500 and 600. And now we're into like yesterday's range, which is between like 280s and 500s. So I'm kind of curious to see if we can maybe get back to the middle of the previous range, which would be like right around 400s, maybe 380s. So there might be a little bit more room to the downside. Maybe we can squeeze a like a 2-to-1 trade.
I like it. We're sitting right on top of settlement price right now. Settlement price from yesterday in the NQ 19,439. Last trade 19,437. So right on top of settlement as we speak. All right, guys. Want to look for a trade? Want to talk more tariffs? We're going to know everything we need to know. Well, not everything we need to know tomorrow morning.
Yeah.
We're the oracles.
Liberation Day, JD.
Liberation is imminent. What do you think's priced into the market? What's not priced into the market? Is it going to be wild tomorrow? Or is it going to be sort of a non-event? We've been talking about it for months. I mean, everybody knew it was happening. Nobody's given us any hint that it wasn't going to happen. But now that we're hearing it's happening.
I don't know if anyone knows, JD.
I mean, I packed up my crystal ball, so I'm not sure.
Order filled.
We can only trade what is in front of us, so we're going to find out, right? So tomorrow we're going to see what happens. It's tomorrow, right? 2nd of April. My dates are a little bit off. The move and stuff. But yeah, so we'll see what they bring to the table. If it's super volatile, by now, hopefully we've drilled it into everybody's head, size down, slow down. And if you can't make it work, just lock yourself out, save your money for the next day while we digest the information. And then at some point...
But when the talk of tariffs came in at 11 o'clock, I took a little bit of a short up on my XFA, actually 2 XFAs up $2,000.
Whoa. So 4Gs all day.
Yeah.
4Gs all day for Mandy. After that, Mandy, do you lock it up? Do you lock those accounts up? You're not going to trade those anymore? Take that $2,000, go home with it, and come back tomorrow?
100%. I find myself over trading sometimes, and that's a huge advantage of trading with TopStep. Like, you can lock it out. And actually, I have used it on a few times, the trailing drawdown. So, keep my profits. And if I feel like I really need to trade again, let's go ahead and make sure I have that buffer in there so I don't lose the profits. And yeah, that's why I'm with TopStep, that they give you those extra resources that you don't really get anywhere else. And that just really, really helps us keep that profit. So
that is not a ringing endorsement. Go ahead, Dolby.
No, I was looking for market stuff. I was like, what do you see in the market? What do you got in NQ right now? You're up 4Gs between 2 accounts.
I do see this probably rotating up to about 19.5 again. And then I do like to just see how the momentum and the volatility goes into this power hour, especially at the 30-minute. If we start seeing a lot of movement to the upside, I can see us trying to break, closer to the 6s. I don't know if
Order
we'll get
filled.
all-time or, high of day. That's quite a move here for the afternoon, but we've seen crazy before.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, that's kind of where I'm looking at. I do kind of like that we are rotating up back again. So that's what I'm going to be looking for. Just I did start a new combine today, just a 50K after I locked myself out. So of those 2 XFAs. So I'm just going to be just kind of seeing what would be good. Probably just looking at one mini, might look at some micros though, depending on how much movement we've got.
Nice. Jay, I'm looking at the volume profile here. Are you seeing a double distribution? Is that what it's called? It seems like we got 2 pretty even kind of sets here between like 480s and 380s, and then like 500 and 640.
Yep, that's exactly what that looks like, Dolby. Yeah, you can see on the top left chart that I have up here, if we include that overnight session. Yeah, double distribution day. What that means for going into power hour or trading through power hour, it's a good question. But We got a lot of, a lack of volume right
Order
in the middle of this.
filled.
So do we potentially trade back through it if we trade back above, these 480s here? Like Mandy was saying, maybe a rotation back up to 500, or do we trade back to this lower distribution, back into those lower 400s? Should be an interesting power hour. Mandy, you said you're looking at one lot trades potentially. Is that your normal clip size? Is that what you were trading to make that $2,000 or?
No, I was up to 2 earlier today with it being a combine. And it is a lot smaller than because I was on 2 150Ks.
Gotcha.
Sure. It turns out that now that I'm down to the 50K combine, I'm just going to be doing the one mini.
Nice. Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. Yeah, markets are kind of in a weird spot right here, right now. But certainly feels like there's going to be a lot of opportunity, even in the last 50 minutes here.
We do have this overnight view up here in the NASDAQ 19453, kind of where we're trading right now. Overnight view up in the S&Ps 5648. Delta numbers for you guys real quick. Delta on the S&P positive 4,900 right now. Delta in the NASDAQ negative 2,200. So not really too much to get from there. That's basically flat on the S&P, and we can see we're kind of in the range in the NASDAQ. Maybe some shorts still holding on to positions. So maybe we potentially see a squeeze into the end of the day in the NASDAQ.
Nice. Kind of longs look a little bit more intriguing now than shorts do. But I'm kind of curious to see what y'all's opinions are, bullish or bearish for the NASDAQ here.
Put it up here in the chat if we can get a poll. I don't know who's on polls, but can we get a poll for the rest of the session? Are we bullish or bearish in the equities through power hour into the close? We are bouncing off a settlement here, Dolby, 19,440. So I do like that if that holds. Maybe taking a potential long here from this 440 area, rotation back up to 500. And if I'm looking at this to take a trade, my risk would probably go 425.
425.
Yep. So long somewhere around settlement 440s. Risk right below 425, and then looking for a rotation back up if you're looking for that long. What about you, Mandy? What would you be looking at?
Actually, that's what I was looking at. We did kind of have on the 3-minute that rejection right there at the 439. So yeah, moving back up kind of again here in the 50s. So I am looking for a long. If you start pushing a little bit higher, I think I am going to enter. But again, a rotation back just around the 40s might be a better entry for me. Kind of the same thing you were looking at there, Jay.
Oh, nice. Okay. So we got some confluence here on screen, which is great. We have that little... Jay, I don't use a ton of volume profile. Do you? Are you a big volume profile guy?
Volume profile, not so much, and really it's just because it just clutters my charts too much. So
sure. We have like a little low volume node right at 430s. Yep. That's kind of what I'm seeing. Then we have that massive kind of looks like a scooped out volume profile between like 465 and 510 or so. So almost no trading, almost no volume took place there, which is kind of wild.
Yeah, it's a real quick move on the way down through that area there.
Yeah, no
so
kidding.
Maybe we do revisit it. Looking at kind of 50%, I'm looking at this 3-minute candle, Dolby, that is 1 p.m. Central Time. 50% of that candle is 19,480. Why I picked that one is just, we had some higher volume there. The low of that candle is 447, so we're accepting inside it right now. So if that holds, that 447 holds, then maybe we do get that rotation through that selling, through that, kind of low volume area that we had.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah, nice.
I'm in a long. I got in at 460 flat.
How many?
I'm looking for a target at just one. Yeah, one mini. Looking at a target at 490.
We're going to see if we can get in here too. All right, we're in. What's your stop at? What'd you say?
I'm looking at around 490. I put it just under 490, so 486 3/4.
Oh, okay.
And then
we're pretty much right on there with you.
Down at 439, right where we kind of bounced.
39. Some stuff. Mandy, long one NQ 460. Looking for 490s. Dolby, did we get in there or?
We did. We are also long
Nice.
19,460 and a quarter. Our stop
Very
is a
nice.
little bit
No.
higher just because. No? What?
Oh, I was gonna say I'm playing a little bit more cautious instead of hitting right at the 490. I have been just 1 or 2 ticks short
Oh, okay.
last week, so I've been a little scarred from that. So hence why I'm cutting it just a few points, a couple ticks short.
Good
We
stuff.
did
Order
get our
filled.
pullback, so we're gonna go to break even. It's in the rules. Allow 1 test of entry. We did get our pullback, so I'm okay going to break even here. If this goes to, if I get stopped to break even, I'm gonna lose my mind. What's your opinion on break even, Mandy? It's something I struggle with every single day, every minute of my life. I think, is it worth it going to break even?
Right? More often than not, I don't use it.
Okay.
Just because you have to allow some breathing room, you know?
Yeah.
Order filled.
But, once I'm up, like now would be okay, I'm closed on that trade. So up
Nice.
532.
And we're about
Mandy
to
is
fill too.
out.
Yeah,
We're
already
about
out.
to
I'm a
fill
little
there
bit of a
2-1.
scalper too, so there's a little bit. But once I see that momentum moving, I for sure definitely don't want to get left too far behind, especially in the power hour where we see a little bit more volatility. So here I would expect us to see maybe just a slight retracement, maybe back down, or we could just push right through it. So, right, I mean, if you guys, I've said this every single time I come in, if you are not using the top step daily levels, like you are missing out. I mean, look at this. We were within a dollar, maybe just a dollar and a quarter of that top step level.
Amazing.
Hence why I did keep that just a little bit short.
Get out of here,
I
Mandy.
didn't
That
have
was
my
such a good
profit
Great
target at
stuff, Mandy.
490 because yeah, right now I would, I'd be losing a few losing a little bit, but it could rotate. But I more often than not see it get close, maybe not quite touch it, rotate a little bit, and then sometimes it goes all the way through. But I mean, we're still up pretty good chunk of
Yeah,
change
that was
here.
a
Awesome
great
stuff.
trade.
What a great
That was a
trade.
great trade.
Dolby,
Yeah,
did we get
super
flat
good.
as well there?
Nope, we're still in, but
Still
I
in?
see what
Okay.
Mandy's talking about. She did the 10% rule. I didn't, and we're probably going to get half the amount of money that she got, unless this rallies right now. Do the rally. But
You
we did move our
your
take profit up.
stop. Okay.
Yeah,
Nice.
we'll
So
get 280.
taking
We'll
profit
basically
either
be
way.
back to break even if we get stopped on this.
Very nice.
Effectively. Yeah.
Nice
We were just
trade,
very, very
Mandy.
And I
close.
mean,
Go ahead, Mandy.
looking at that 3-minute, I mean, we were again just like what was that? A dollar off again off the
Yeah.
439. And I mean,
Right,
you
we're out.
can't hit everything precisely, but if we can snag a percentage of that, even half of that move between the top set daily levels, I mean those are huge important data points that if you're not using them, you're at a disadvantage for sure.
Let me put my
Good stuff.
okay, there we go.
Another
That was
ringing endorsement for
yesterday's.
Top Step
Okay.
levels. We did get the results back from the poll. 217 votes. Are you bullish or bearish for the rest of Power Hour? 64% bullish. Not sure when those votes came in. Maybe they were as we were moving to the upside. But chat, you were right so far. Still a ton of time left. We got about 40 minutes left in Power Hour. We understand that anything can and will happen during this hour. But a couple nice trades already. Mandy, if you were trading in your XFA at this point or in a live account, you took it a really nice trade. You got 25 points there, almost no drawdown. At this point, do you lock it up? Do you look for more opportunities? We do know that Power Hour has the opportunity to move.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely when I am up a significant portion, I think at this point, um, there can be a lot of movement. I would minimally put myself in that drawdown, trailing drawdown. So I lock up
Nice.
at least some sort of profit. Like I'm not red
Yep.
in any way, shape, or form. Um, you know, I guess it really comes down to I would probably just watch this next, 15 minutes or so. And if at the 30-minute I'm not seeing a lot of movement, I'm gonna lock it up. It's not worth risking to try to find a trade if we're chopping around. But if we're seeing a lot of movement towards the upside and we're wanting to test close, what did I talk about? Was that the, fives, maybe 550s? Then,
Hmm.
we can maybe scalp a little bit on the way up, but minimally be doing the trailing drawdown.
Got you. Awesome stuff. Just quick check in on the other markets. Nasdaq right now trading 19,470. S&P is pretty much right at that overnight. VWAP 5646. VWAP is at 5648. We do have gold. Gold is closed right now, so really not moving over there. Crude, and then I do have the Dow up as well, trading 42,039 currently. The Dow was a mover today. One of my better trades of the day was a short in the Dow. I just tried to also short gold in this consolidation here and got chopped up. All right, Dolby time. We got about 40 minutes left. Any other trade opportunities you're looking for? We might be still somewhat near the lower end of that range, depending on the time frame you're looking at. Are we still looking for this rotation, or how would you be looking at this now?
Something I've been looking at recently is sort of like, how do I describe it? So we have let me grab this level. Where was it? It was like a midpoint level. Oh, I guess I deleted it. So anyways, let me gather my thoughts. So we had this midpoint that we just kind of bounced off of, which was 19,390. And what I'm looking at on that level now is what's the largest time frame that could respect that level. And what I found was this 4-hour candlestick that we're currently in. I think this one starts at 12 p.m. lunchtime. Is the 4-hour candlestick did hit the 50% move. So now I'm kind of looking at the 4-hour candlestick for support and resistance levels, since that is the largest time candle that hit this level. So I'm going to see if we can get up to like these 500s, 525s, maybe even higher. So
Okay.
that's kind of what I'm looking at right now. I'm still bullish. I still think we're sort of in that wave, if you will, of momentum is bouncing off this 50% area, off the range. So if we can get up to 505s, that would be the test of the 4-hour candlestick high. Does that make sense? I think it makes sense.
Yep, makes sense to me. I mean, and the initial trade that we took, long at 460s, it gave us,
Yes.
pretty quick profits on that. But where the initial stop was, this trade is still valid, right? Nothing invalidating it right now. And this is
100%.
what I, think about all the time: is there another opportunity to take that same exact trade? Where if I'm looking at this on a 3-minute chart, we're just making higher lows on the way
Yep.
up to that 500 area.
Yeah. I just, and Manny, you can chime in this too. I just think that getting aligned with the market is so important. It is so hard to make
Mhm.
money counter trend trading. You have to be so fast. And so if I can have rules that help me get aligned without bias to the market and help me kind of get into the flow of like the wave or whatever, it makes trading a hell of a lot easier if you are vibing with the market and like in tune with it. And so I'm really trying to focus on that as a trader is what wave are we bouncing off of? And if you're looking at a large time frame, then a rejection off the 600 on a daily, that wave could be 200 points like we saw today. And like
Right.
that's the type of stuff I'm trying to get. Like, do you have something like that, Mandy, that helps you get aligned, like an indicator or just like some sort of bias or something?
Yeah, great question. I feel like the 3-minute has been pretty consistent for me
Mm.
in giving me some sort of direction. So if we're looking here on my charts, I mean, we have a pretty consistent line here at the 400s. You're bouncing around.
Mm-hmm.
And then if you're looking, I'm not the best at drawing, but if we were to draw a line from 400, and I mean, even, let's see, I'm the worst at drawing. Don't mind me here.
Just gotta
And we
stay
started
inside the
seeing a
lines.
move here. Yes, I know. I'm like so bad at line drawing. Seeing this move here and we just keep touching the bottoms. I mean, like I said,
Order
we could see
filled.
ourselves up to the 550s today, so
Yep.
before end
And we're
of
getting that
day,
move.
which I mean is looking pretty juicy for that. Yeah. So my threes just keep tagging this line as like we said, you're stair stepping higher,
Mm-hmm.
higher highs and higher lows in this last, what is this, hour, 2 hours range. We did have a request to show how I would work that trailing drawdown for the day, so I still lock in profits and
Awesome.
not end up negative. So I can show that real
Yeah,
quick. If you go to your settings tab, you have here in the risk settings area your personal daily loss limit. You can then hit enable trailing. So here it says the trailing personal daily loss limit trails the highest balance reached after the enablement, allowing for a dynamic drawdown for the most recent peak. So, um, here I would probably liquidate and block. And then
at
I
this
would
point.
say I don't want to give up more than um, let's say $300 on the day. So, my lowest profit for today would be 230. So I'd still be green for the day. And then of course I am locked out of my account for the rest of the day. You do have to
Mandy,
make
do
sure
you
that you
ever
come in and save at the bottom.
hit the other setting that's right below that that says lock the risk settings for the day? Something I talked to my VIPs about
Oh,
where so if you
I
are
haven't.
You must
so
have good
interesting.
discipline then.
Yeah, seriously, because you are locking up the cell, but you also have the key, right? So if you if you don't set it to liquidate and block and just liquidate, you could always just go back in and change those settings again. So if you
Yeah.
don't have the discipline like Mandy, go ahead and click that lock the risk settings for the day, so you can't change it.
And I do
After the fact,
recommend doing
'cause-
that before you go on tilt. Press that
Oh
button
yes,
before you go
100%.
on tilt. Not after, because you
100%.
might not press it, and then you're going to have a whole world of problems.
Right. All right.
Absolutely.
We did push up towards these 500s.
Push the
Didn't get
fives.
there. High this last move was 499 and a quarter. Not seeing a ton on the order books right now, so if someone does want to come in and just push us above this 500, should be pretty easy. S&P is trading 56.52.
One and done.
Waiting for some Delta information to update, but in the Nasdaq we're still negative 2,300 in Delta. Okay, now we got an
So
order
this
up
is
there.
like a new trade.
500 lot sitting at
New
19,520
trade. So
in
if
the
it's a new
Nasdaq.
trade,
As soon as I said it that there were no
so
orders out there, they
to
put one out there,
see
Dolby. I think they're
how
listening to us.
it,
500 lot sitting at 19,520.
Shout out to Goldman interns. What's up?
Order filled.
You guys are doing great. Ooh, 500 offered at 520s. I'm looking for possibly shorts up here around 520s, actually. We do have sort of set of higher lows coming up against 500s. Evens tend to get a lot of action in the NASDAQ, either rejection, support. If we get something. That can be another reason to sort of play
so this is
really
all
big obvious levels.
here.
Typically, you'll get
till
more
about
favorable price action.
30
At least you'll get something. You might get like
here.
10 points, like right off the rip, which is better than nothing. Sometimes it runs through, but I really enjoy the 400s, 500s, 600s, etc. The Nasdaq, very good levels.
Good. It's where the most
BRNs.
liquidity is going to be.
Yep.
BFRNs, big fat round numbers.
Ooh, big fat round. EG version.
And personally, I have a hard time. Like if we're expecting this to go minimally to 520s, we could be a quick 20-point scalp again, possibly. But I personally don't just love entering a trade right at massive mental levels, which would be like 400, 500, even at the 50s. I feel like there's always some sort of rotation, and I always feel like I find myself having some sort of drawdown at one point or another when I enter those. So I usually like to wait until we've cleared it a little bit, whether that's in the 509s to 512s with continued momentum up, or wait until we get back down below the 90s to then determine with how volatility is going, especially in this last hour, before I will enter a short.
All right, we're getting ready to hit the bottom of the hour here. 40 seconds. There was a question from Sainif Ali. What do you mean by 500 at 520? Is it on the buy or sell? Well, 520 is above where the market's trading right now, so that would be a passive sell order up there. That someone is just putting out size, saying, "Hey, you know what? I'm willing to sell it at 520." 500 lots there. We can see the market kind of running away from it now. I think it is still sitting up there, but Mandy, I think this is what you were talking about, right? Not just buying it at that major 500, right? Waiting to see how the market responds at it. And if there's not enough convinced buying, sellers become buyers, or buyers become sellers if price doesn't continue up. So nice 25 point sell off there. What is the saying, Dolby? Come failed moves, comes fast moves.
Failed moves come fast moves, Jay. Come failed moves come fast moves. And if the bulls can't, push price above 500s, everyone looks around and is like, "Oh, damn, I don't want to hold."
Order
this bag."
filled.
So everyone starts running for the one door, and they all start smashing the sell button. So come failed moves, come fast moves typically happens at
Order
the
filled.
extremes of ranges
Order filled.
or big round numbers. Sort of like a capitulation move. But that's exactly what I was talking about. Those big round numbers, you got 500s. Typically, you can get like a quick 20-point ripper, and we got exactly that and then some. 30 points and counting. It's just, do you put the trade on? And that's been the hard part. Press the button.
Dolby. So we did get a little bit of a 3-bar reversal there on the 3-minute. So the question now that I like to ask myself is, if that is the fast move, how much room is there available in that fast move, right? Is this where we're selling off to, just quick 40 points, or, do we continue to sell off from here? We're seeing some buyers stepping in almost right away off that rejection. So maybe another failed move to another fast move.
Yeah, maybe.
Order
we're still
filled.
maintaining higher lows. Oh, we do have to play a game.
Yeah.
Mandy, we do have a game here called Above Below. And is there a level that you could provide us for the above below? Chat is going to guess is your level above or below. And in addition, if we get within 1 point of your level, you win, and then chat loses.
Hey.
Order filled.
NASDAQ.
That is a good question.
Order filled.
Really kind of liking these 500s right now, but I'm going to say with the momentum right now, just here in this last 3 minute, I'm going to say above or below 550.
Above or below 550. Awesome. Mark that on the chart.
So we went from down 300
Mandy's above below. I like that level.
up 300.
Right? If this 500 holds,
plus
that looks like the next
18
rotation. We got some.
And look at the videos.
What was
no
support
lie
became resistance
in my
there.
Columbine
again?
live. Excuse me.
All right.
So today, first day. Yesterday was green. Today is green, but 61 trades.
Poll in the chat. I'm going to say above
to make $18.
That one. Go ahead and vote in the chat. Chat, you did say you were bullish. Is that crazy, right? Or what? 64% bullish. So 550s would agree with that sentiment. And really nice push here.
Rally. Wow. It's funny. You get into a trade
like
and
you erased everything that I had.
January, and then actually it's been making higher highs and higher lows the entire
down
time.
18.
Entire time.
Up 190.
I mean, you can see that blue line I drew earlier, right? I mean, we are just working with it. So making those little steps up. I also think too, when we had that pullback down here to VWAP to 466, that was also at the 30-minute, at the hour, 30-minute range. I also feel like in this last half hour, we can see really quick reversals. I mean, look at this push. This is awesome.
I got nothing on my charts. Maybe find something. Maybe
a retest of 500s on a buy side, maybe 502s. If we get back down there on a pullback, maybe a potential long opportunity there if we're looking at 550s. Don't know if we get it with this momentum that we're seeing right now, but
just moving.
yeah. I mean, I do wonder, Jay, if we get up to 570, which is the 50% retracement of the range we had between 500 and
so we have 70.
So that was kind of the range.
Let's see
that was
what
kind of like our
going to do.
lunchtime, like our 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. range. So the midpoint of that is 570s.
With the
Maybe
up
we
in
get up,
peace.
touch that, and reverse.
Nowhere to be found.
Or go to the moon. Who knows? No one knows.
Wow. I think this is a good one to go long.
Exactly.
Delta is increasingly negative in the NASDAQ. So So
order filled.
Market sells
63 long.
Still selling right now. Price is not going lower. So do we see them get squeezed? It's not the biggest delta squeeze, just 2,500 contracts. But if they do not get favorable price action, they become buyers into the close. That could potentially push us up. Potentially, though.
Yeah. I mean, technically, I still want to lean long. Still believe this Momo is from the kind of 4-hour bounce we had off of 400, and we already got 100 points. I mean, not literally, but the move did. Does this just keep on pushing? There's nothing really saying go short right here, right now. Not yet.
Yeah, and I mean that's the question: is where do you find an opportunity to get in? I think if we really are pretty confident that it's going to be hitting towards these 550s, oh my gosh, they're going to be getting there soon.
Making money on my strategy.
This would be a great time to. This would be a good time.
There we go.
Oh, did we lose Mandy?
Nope. Maybe. Did we? Yep, maybe.
I think we lost Mandy. Yep, we lost Mandy. She was saying this would be a good time. I guess, Gabe, this would be a good time for that Series 3
challenge. Yeah, look at
if
that.
we're ready for it. All queued up, Gabe?
Yeah, I got it queued up. I'm just trying to figure out if I need to go assist Mandy at all getting back in here.
Okay. Maybe not a good time to do so.
Yeah, let's hold off. Let's hold off. Let's get her back in here so she can participate. Give me just a couple minutes to square this away.
Okay.
That's why they don't let me drive. Dolby, all right. We're seeing this rally continue here. I mean, here's the 550s Mandy was talking about right here. 570s was that area you're looking for a potential short, so I can see that.
Potentially.
Order filled.
Yeah, it's just the 50% of the range, of the really big range.
Order filled.
Basically over lunch. It was also what we used as our short.
Order filled.
Yesterday was actually the 50% of the highest range we had of the day. And then that's how we nabbed that short. So maybe we'd see the same thing here.
Mandy, you're back.
Mandy's back.
Sorry.
Yeah.
My computer locked me out because I wasn't touching the mouse pad, so we're good. We're good.
A different lockout feature.
You were giving out too much good information.
There's a different one. Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, sorry. I was saying that the question is, where do we enter? Yeah, I think micros would be a great option if, just how fast we're pushing up towards these 550s.
Let me see if we can bid 505s.
Okay. I was counting bidding 50. You got micros or minis, Dolby?
1E mini.
1E mini. Nice.
I'm going to go mini as well. I just need to change this over here. Real quick.
Order filled.
Still bullish until I think we're still riding the wave.
74.
Yeah, and that's what this is. Still higher lows. S&P's doing it as well. S&P trading 56, 57. Maybe not as convincing as the Nasdaq right now, but one of them has to lead. And both markets above VWAP, seeing some buying coming into the close. S&P delta positive 81,000 and continuing to grow. Right, we did see this yesterday in the S&P and the Nasdaq. Nasdaq had a negative delta into the close. We saw that rally right before that sell-off that you had, Dolby, and
order
the S&P's was increasingly positive delta into the close as well. So that could just be stops going off market order buys. So see what happens here. Bidding 505s. See if we get that pullback. Gabe, we good to go?
We are.
Damn. There's that sound.
All right. Series 3 for the day. Typical multiple choice. Now, I'm not going to lie. I probably gave you an easy one, but we'll let you be the judges of that.
We appreciate it.
Question is, which of the following is true as it relates, to buy stop orders? A, placed below the market. B, used to protect profit on a long position. C, placed above the market, or D, used to offset a long position.
Right-click charts.
Buy stop. Buy stop. Mandy, do you use buy stops?
I usually don't. I'm pretty much market order. Just especially with me being more of a scalper type.
Yep. Just let me in there. Let me in. I'm gonna say.
I know. The chat caught it, you guys. I accidentally fat fingered my NQ, and I took another chunk of change there instead of my MNQs.
Happy mistake
a happy
or
mistake?
not happy? Yeah.
Oh, it was a very happy mistake. I'm a
good.
868.
Yeah, let's go. Let's go.
I forgot my hotkeys were set on my DOM, so that was my mistake there. It was a good mistake.
It's okay.
Get your votes in there, chat. Early polling is going with C here, but maybe leave it open for another 30 seconds. Mandy making happy mistakes. Those are the best. For some reason, it always seems to go against me, but I love to see it work out for somebody.
Okay, thank you. For every one of yours that goes wrong, I'll take
There we go. I appreciate it. All right, let's get this poll to 300. Are we going to close it now, Gabe?
Let's just get you back to the markets.
Let's close it.
We got.
Answer today is C.
Bam.
Good job.
There it is.
You win nothing.
You win nothing. That's true. We're a little bit wiser, though. Just a little bit. I think Mandy and I both wish we were still long 460.
Well, I'm in my minis again.
Ooh. No wishing over there.
Ooh. Little movement here.
You're in the micros, yeah. We got MOC coming up in 9 minutes. That should be fun.
That should be a fun one. Dolby, you got plans for Liberation Day tomorrow?
Yeah, I'm gonna try to figure out what the hell it even is. What do we? My thing is like, what time? What time do we get liberated? Is it at midnight?
Yeah.
Is it at market open? Is it like a lunchtime thing? When is the liberation coming? That's all I need to know. All I need to know. I can get ready. Maybe we should get like a
a Liberation Day outfit.
Yeah, actually, I should. I should get an outfit for tomorrow. Chat, what should I wear for Liberation Day tomorrow? Let me know.
You really want to leave that in the hands of chat?
And don't say heels. I'm not wearing heels, chat. The standing desk would hurt.
Mandy, your 550s here, looking like a good above below.
No.
Haven't traded it yet.
Order
I don't
filled.
see any orders out there sitting at 550 that would be keeping us down here. There's about 50 contracts between 549 and 550. Market looks like it wants to go take those out in a minute here. S&P trading 56.63. Dow pushing up off of VWAP as well. Let's take a look at the Russell. Russell doesn't get enough love. And I can see why. Consolidated.
That's right. You stick it. You stick it to that RTY. Kick it when it's down. YM though is a fun trade. YM is a fun trade.
It is. It is.
Mm-hmm.
I saw you mention earlier, Dolby. Go ahead, Mandy.
I was gonna say here in about the next minute and a half, I feel like we usually see a little bit more volatility here at 45 and then again at 50.
Mm-hmm.
So sorry, I'm talking on the clock. UTC 43 and 35 seconds right now.
Yep.
But yeah, at 45 I usually see a lot of volatility pop back up and then again at 50 with MOC. So yeah, we did hit our 550s. So
nice.
Here we go.
Every 45 or just in like power hour?
Power hour, sorry, just power hour.
Okay. Nice. Well, nice little scalp there too, even on the micros, chopping it up, almost up a grand.
Yeah, we got a good 87 on that one.
Wow. All right.
I think it was, yeah.
Mandy is slowly putting together a hell of a trading day here.
Fresh.
Yeah, 9:45.
This is nice. Yes, it's going really good.
And this is a 50K combine. You're almost right at that consistency target.
I just started it like for power hour.
Yeah, you got like 550 left. That's all you're allowed to make.
3 minis, so it is a little skewed.
Okay.
Oh,
what
are the pluses on my chart? I do have somebody asking, what are the pluses on my chart? I really do like using the moving average and the EMA cross. So oftentimes, like when it crossed here, orange went below green, which would be my EMA over my moving average. We did see a little potential on the down here. And then up here, we saw crosses going up. And I mean, just look at how much it moves up. So I use that mostly on my
order filled,
minute, but not so much on my 100 tick because that's just so quick and volatile.
Yeah.
Oh.
What period are those moving averages set to?
Great question.
I think it looks like 10. It's probably default. Yeah, it looks like 10s.
And there they are.
Nice.
Yeah, so that's just the standard set on TopStep, and it's held pretty consistent for me. I haven't seen too many issues. Granted, maybe I should pick your brain, Jay, and see what you like to use for your timeframes on those.
So I don't use moving average crosses, but I do use 20 moving average on the shortest time frame. And yeah, we are just continuing to rally here. Yeah, 20 moving average is probably the shortest one I use. Delby, coming up to your 570s. If you were looking for that short, I know this momentum that we're seeing to the upside might be kind of hard to fade this right here. As we're just continuing to push. It's really just been a 100-point move.
Order filled.
Since we got in at those 460s with rarely any drawdown, really any drawdown. So there would be 100 points there. We come up to those 570s. I know you were talking about higher range here, potentially, Dolby.
This is the middle of the previous range. Yeah, 570. So very curious to see what happens here. But that's this green line on my chart. It is the middle of 450s to about 650s, approximately.
Order filled.
Let's see.
Mandy, would you still be leaning to the long side here? We did have a 100-point push up from your initial long entry. Do you think there's still potentially more room in this move, or would this be where you're looking to get out if you were holding on to that long?
100% be getting out, especially with MOC coming in here in about 3 minutes. There's usually a lot of volatility with that.
Order filled.
Profit when we have some good profit going on. Not to say that you could, really take a even more profit with MOC. But I have been smoked one too many times as we get to the end of day. I'm like, oh yeah, we are gonna hit the high of the day, and then we just don't. And so I've been lately just been really more cautious at trying to see if we hit the high of the day.
Order filled.
Not taking that long, and just I've lost a lot of profits in the past doing that. I think my highest target, of course, I mean, maybe we touch the 600s going into MOC. I would be intrigued to see how far above the 600s we go. I would consider ourselves hit 600 and probably rotate back down towards the last few minutes of
awesome stuff. So just a quick Delta update. Last time I updated was about 15 minutes ago. We were down. It was negative 2,300 in the NASDAQ. Delta is negative 3,000 now, so increasingly negative as price is continuing to go higher, which means shorter time frame traders are still selling this.
Interesting.
You might be seeing a squeeze happening. MOCs feel like they're going to move us a lot today, potentially. So I'll try to get those up so we can call out those numbers as soon as we get them. But interesting close setting up here, Dolby. Got those 570s.
And we reversed promptly, almost 20 points. So, yeah, I mean, that's kind of... I'm enjoying those 50% levels. But, since we're only going 2 to 1, sometimes you just have to look at, like, an opportunity and be like, what are the odds we can get 30 points out of a move versus, is it going to run 15 points against me before it gets 30? And that might have been an opportunity that would have kind of worked out. At least you probably could have gotten our stop down to like break even on that one. But I have enjoyed those levels, the 50% of a previous range. Touched it and rolled over.
Since I got 52 profit and I came back all the way from 300,
40 seconds till
I'm a little bit
trying to get those numbers up
on the side, and it's 10 minutes to closing.
Your best trading time, what I seen yesterday, 1 minute.
This is great that I didn't give up early. This is great that I was able to come back from 300. You can watch the videos from this morning. And that
all you need.
It is, this is a win, a W. So I'm going to go to my friend who's always making more money than anybody else.
Yesterday's numbers were huge.
Practice account.
I heard Tuckman on his Twitter saying those are the biggest MOCs.
Oh my God,
look
at that
ever.
jump.
Really?
Wow.
I think he said ever. I got to watch that post on Twitter again. But okay, here we go. Getting a little pop here. Let's see if we get these numbers. Refreshing the juice.
Chat, what do you got? What do you got for numbers? Probably buy side if I had to guess.
Same here.
Yep.
But we don't know.
Maybe like you said, I could guess hitting 6 and then rotating back down.
Yeah. I mean, selling 600s feels very safe and very worth it.
We're seeing in the chat 736 buy side. I'm not seeing anything on Financial Juice yet, but maybe I need to pay for the premium subscription.
Maybe.
Okay, here we go. MOC imbalance, S&P's positive 437 million. NASDAQ buy side 606 million. Dow buy side 35 million. Mag 7 buy side 132 million. And again, these numbers can change, so we will update you on those. But MOC imbalance, S&P's buy side 437 million. NASDAQ buy side 606 million. Dow buy side 35 million. Mag 7 buy side 132 million. Pretty light compared to yesterday's billions. That's like a drop in the bucket.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, still doing higher highs, higher lows. Shorts are tempting still. Shorts are tempting still. But those 600s are so close. So close.
I know. They're looking really, really
it's like a magnet.
tempting here. Yeah.
We can get like a break of this higher low. Maybe shorts come into play. We're still kind of hovering around this midpoint, which is these 670s. If we can maybe start seeing some sort of change in trend here, there might be an opportunity. Otherwise, it might just be
goodness, look at this.
Higher lows until. Ooh.
Put attention. You see this 29 here and you see this 60 here?
You ever just switch to micros? Just
if you look at the previous videos,
test it out. Yeah.
I've been talking about this. Always my practice account above
anything else. I mean, if you're not locked out, micros
combine.
If you have to trade
today,
just do one.
I think I kicked.
See what it does.
But
with it and
well, no.
Shouldn't take too much heat.
If I sell now, this will still be above. But getting to that. Oh, look at that!
Get on and do a practice.
Ooh, how long do you have? 7 minutes? Oh no! I cannot play with you. You are at the middle. You see this right here? Ooh,
shorts or no shorts. It's tempting.
Wow, looking to take a short here potentially. Chat, you were right on the bullish.
No, I don't think it's gonna hit 6.
We're just stuck at this. Oh, look at that.
Ooh, right there.
Toe in the water.
What's going on, my brother?
That's for sure.
We're gonna go up or we're gonna go down? What's going
on here? Short 1 from 556.
Let me see.
And we're gonna try to build into this.
What do you believe in? What do you not believe in?
Mandy, those 550s.
I know, right there, man. Good call today.
So close. They're so close. All right, we're gonna go to average here. All right, now our average is 568.
It's taking off. So he's taking off, and he has how long? 6 minutes. He's gonna make a killing. And I'm not gonna do it on this one. I'm gonna do it on this one.
Like the Dolby scale
we're going to close.
Method.
Order filled.
Right? We're gonna start from scratch.
Take advantage. Right?
We're gonna go times 3.
I mean, why not? Spread it out.
Order filled.
We're trying to get up to like 5, I think. Maybe 5 contracts.
Wow. Check that out. Don't you like that?
All right, now we're short.
Yep, we're there.
Don't you like that? Going up. I told you, going north. Look at I put it from the scar.
Sure.
Look at that. Ooh, sweet. Crosses that. If he crosses here,
might be seeing this
here, right here, goes above that.
It is pretty squeezed.
We heading
Delta down to
right there.
in the
Get
Nasdaq,
this.
so unraveled
Get
a bit
this
of it,
right
but,
here,
let's see if
which
they got some more
is
to go.
42,362. What do I have here? 446. Look it. That was the long. That was the next stop from down here that I called. What was this? Oh, look, it went that high earlier.
Don't short a quiet.
So I was right. This
market.
is always working.
A slow
Put attention to this when you come to my channel.
It's don't short
the
the day
levels.
before Liberation Day, Colby.
Damn.
The average Joe trader levels right here
So let's see here.
for all to see
we didn't take out the high
take advantage of.
We're gonna try shorting the high of the day though.
This guy is trying to short at 455, man. Hey, oh my God! I'm glad I'm not following nobody.